wise king was growing old and knew it was time to choose his successor. So he invited young people from his kingdom and told them, "It is soon time for me to step down and choose the next king. I have decided to choose one of you. I'm going to give each one of you a seed today. I want you to plant the seed, water it, and come back here 1 year from today with what you have grown from this seed. I will then judge the plants that you bring, and the one I choose will be the next king." One of the boys named Link planted the seed and watered it carefully. Every day he would water it and he'd watch to see if it had grown. Link kept checking the seed, but nothing ever grew. A year finally went by, and all the youths of the kingdom brought their plants to the king for inspection. Link took his empty pot to the palace. The other guys, when they saw the empty pot, laughed at him. When the king started to examine the pots, he spotted Ling at the back of the room with his empty pot. The king asked his name. "My name is Ling," he replied. All the other guys were laughing and making fun of him. The king asked everyone to quiet down. He looked at Ling and then announced to the crowd, "The name of your new king is Ling." Then the wise king said, "1 year ago, I gave everyone here a seed. I told you to take the seed, plant it, water it, and bring it back to me today. But I gave you all boiled seeds, those that could not grow. All of you, except Ling, have brought the trees and plants and flowers. When you found that the seed would not grow, you substituted another seed for the one I gave you. Ling was the only one with the courage and honesty to bring me a pot with my seed in it. Therefore, he is the one who will be the new king." Friends, a quick glance at the headlines on any given day will reveal cheating and lying. Elite athletes sometimes take performance enhancing drugs. Celebrities sometimes cheat on their partners. Politicians are tempted to lie to get votes. Business, financial leaders are tempted to fudge some numbers on a financial document. While most people, whether it is white lies or real whoopers, most bend the truth. So obviously, you don't have to be among the rich and famous to cheat. In fact, according to a 2002 study conducted by the University of Massachusetts, 60% of the adults can't have a 10-minute conversation without lying at least once. Now, why be honest? There are many reasons to revere honesty. Honesty is that virtue of being truthful to society and to self. Truth telling is one of the only moral imperatives across cultures. Human communication is pointless unless we assume that others will tell the truth. Sincere, honest exchange essentially is communication. All the rest is just manipulation. Frank Sonnenberg, an award-winning author and a well-known advocate for moral character, personal values, and personal responsibility, felt that if lying were the norm, then spouses wouldn't be able to trust one another, leaders wouldn't be able to be credible, and the news would be meaningless. Everything depends on honesty. That's why it is so critical to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. He felt that dishonesty comes in many shapes and sizes. Some common forms of dishonesty that masquerade as acceptable behaviors today are misrepresentation, fabrication, exaggeration, omission, denial, lack of transparency, bribery, cheating, collusion, withholding, vagueness, lying, etc. Whether big or small, a lie is a lie. There is no excuse for dishonesty. When you stand for honesty, you believe in yourself and everything you represent, and it carries the voice of credibility. But when you are dishonest, your soiled reputation will do the speaking for you. The truth shouldn't be told only when it is convenient. Honesty must be a way of life. Honesty means that you care deeply about trust, cherish your relationship, and value the importance of a solid reputation. As the saying goes, never lie to someone who trusts you, and never trust someone who lies to you. That's why it is critical to always tell the truth, or the truth will tell on you. Just be honest. Friends, according to the social learning theory, people learn by watching others. Sometimes you might unknowingly model a few unhealthy behaviors for the younger generation. When we as adults practice dishonesty in little things, such as jumping a traffic light when it is red, when we bring home office stationery for home use, lying to a cashier at a restaurant that your 12-year-old son is only 11 years so that you can get discount at the dinner buffet, what we do is unknowingly giving the younger generation our first lessons on dishonesty. This is how we have essentially confused the generation. We all know that there was a time when there was a generation that knew what was right from wrong and chose to do what was right. And somehow, according to fella Juro Tawe, a business leader and a motivational speaker, we have passed on a wrong signal to the next generation. Today, this generation is confused. They have now become a generation who thinks that what is wrong is all right. And the word all right comes from the word altered right. It used to be wrong, but now it is all right or has been altered to call right. Therefore, we all have a responsibility and a role to play in restoring the right values back into our society. And the only way to do so is to take responsibility of restoring the right values into the consciousness of everyone within our circle of influence by demonstrating and practicing honesty. So, friends, go ahead and do the right things at all times, regardless of who is doing the wrong thing. And remember the words of William Shakespeare: no legacy is so rich as honesty.